Mr. Anupam Mishra is a 95 batch Indian Economic Service officer, recently appointed as Additional Secretary in the Department of Consumer Affairs, Government of India. He previously served as Joint Secretary and Commissioner of the Central Consumer Protection Authority. He has been overseeing the implementation of the Consumer Protection Act 2019, actively leading the modernization of the consumer grievance redressal through the e-Jagriti platform, focusing on technology-driven e-filing and AI-based tools, and has been focusing on strengthening the consumer commissions by upgrading infrastructure and reducing the pendency of cases. Thank you for joining us, sir. Over to you, please.
Good morning. I hope I am audible. If madam, you would confirm once.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very much. Thank you very much. Yeah.
It's indeed an honor for me, madam, to address the important seminar on the theme responsible use of AI in consumer products and services on the occasion of the World Consumer Rights Day. I express my sincere thanks to the organizers of this program for bringing together such a diverse and knowledgeable group to deliberate on one of the most critical issues shaping the future of consumer protection. Special thanks to Saroja, Executive Director, Citizen Action and Consumer Civic Group, for really inviting me to have this session and have a dialogue with you. At the onset, I convey warm greetings on behalf of the Department of Consumer Affairs to all the participants. This year's theme is not only timely, but also deeply relevant, as artificial intelligence is increasingly becoming embedded in the everyday lives of consumers, often in ways that are invisible yet profoundly impactful. Now, basically, what is artificial intelligence? Let's all understand. Artificial intelligence broadly refers to something where machines and computers perform a task that specifically requires human intelligence. Now, these tasks can include learning from data, recognizing patterns, making decisions, understanding language, and even generating content. Now, what are the different forms of AI that we see? I think we have many other panelists and many other speakers who perhaps be experts in this field. But what we could see is different forms of AI. One is a machine learning system. Now, what happens in a machine learning system? There is historical data. Now, these systems learn from this historical data and improve their performance over time without explicit programming. So you have a data, you analyze that data and how the systems improves over a period of time. Now, basically what it includes is various recommendations that we get on the e-commerce platforms, fraud detection systems in banking, and predictive analytics in insurance. Another form of AI is natural language processing. Now, this NLP enables machines to understand and respond to human language. Examples, we have chatbots, voice assistants, automated customer service systems. Now, these are the common examples. More and more, we find that these NLPs, they are being used in grievance redressal and consumer engagements. Another example is that is of a computer vision. Now, AI systems that interpret visual information such as facial recognition, product identification, and quality inspection. Now, we also see their uses. Recently, what we have seen is generative AI. Now, what is generative AI? Now, here, with the help of AI, we create text, images, videos, or even software codes. So basically, these are the broad features of AI, and maybe there could be many more. Now, what happens when we use these AIs? These AIs are increasingly integrated into physical products, smartphones, home appliances, wearable devices, and automobiles, enabling them to learn user preferences and adopt behaviors accordingly. Now, one issue that I would like to flag over here is what we have found and what was really of lot of relevance to the consumers and that we found AI being used in a form of unfair trade practices that was known as dark patterns. Now what happens? The e-commerce platforms, they have a lot of information. With that, they can understand, analyze the consumer behavior, and then they make their platform in such a way that if they want to basically ensure that they get a particular type of response from the consumer. Now, these dark patterns are unfair trade practices under the Consumer Protection Act. Now, what we did, we issued guidelines, identified 13 dark patterns, and going forward, we also issued notices to various e-commerce platforms. Now, it is very, very important as we have civic action groups and various NGOs and other society groups to understand what are these dark patterns and how the AI basically works in this. Now, one of the most prominent dark patterns that we basically see on any e-commerce platform, that is of a false urgency. Now, what happens in a false urgency? That you would be shown a timer. Now, there are different forms in which the false urgency dark pattern operates. One is you will be shown a timer that this scheme or this offer is available only for a limited period of time, limited, and therefore try to get a behavior that you immediately take a decision. Another form of dark pattern that we see on the platform sometimes is last three options available, only two choices left, or two rooms left, or the same room or the same hotel that we are trying to book a site is being seen by 10 other persons. Now, here the important feature is in this type of dark pattern. If it is a genuine information, correct information that is being shared to you, it's okay. But if they had been saying these are the last three rooms and you book two rooms, again next day you see the same website and you again find the same class that only last three rooms available, then it becomes an unfair trade practice. Second dark pattern is that of a basket sneaking. I think we have issued various advisories also and we have taken action. Here what happens, you go to a platform for buying a particular product. When you finish your transaction, you find something else has been added to your cart without your consent. It could be a membership being offered by a platform. It could be some brochure or some publicity material, and then they charge it for you. So basically you had approached the platform for a particular point of thing to buy something, and they add something in a very, very deceitful manner that is known as a basket sneaking. Then subscription traps is also a type of dark pattern. Here what we basically see is it is very easy to subscribe to a platform, but if you try to subscribe out, you find it very, very difficult. Similar confirm semi. Now, here what happens in this type of dark pattern, the question that they will, suppose you are booking an airline ticket. They want to give you an insurance. Now to book an insurance, they will say, yes, I want to insure my travel. Now the option no would be, I want to risk my travel, I want to risk my life. So basically nobody would prefer to choose, I want to risk my life. So the dark patterns are basically different to them. With the help of AI, with the help of technology, with the help of large amount of data that we have, they are able to generate at times platforms or maybe your interface which you see in a way that get a behavior that they intend to get it from a consumer. So here we had issued around 40 odd notices. Another issue basically that I would like to cover over here is two important interventions that the Department of Consumer Affairs had made. One was, and where we are using AI, one is e-Jagdi and the other is the National Consumer Helpline. Now what happens in the e-Jagdi? We had basically the new Consumer Protection Act of 2019, repealed the earlier Act of 1960, Consumer Protection Act of 1986. And it made a provision that now consumers can file their cases from anywhere. And it also had a provision that you can do online e-dakhil. Going forward from 1st of January 2025, we started e-Jagriti. Basically, it is a comprehensive one solution which will be used by district commission, state commissions, and national commission. And we have seen a lot of progress also on the e-Jagriti. Since its launch, around 3 lakh people have registered on the e-Dakhili. There are various persons from abroad also who are registering on the e-Jagriti. In NRI also, we have around 3,000 NRIs who had 5-year cases, who have registered on the e-Jagriti. Then we have also the VC facility. Now what happens on the with the help of AI, machine learning and others, we are able to examine the complaints which are being filed on the e-Jagriti. So we are able to get, suppose if you want to understand which particular sector you have a lot of complaints, consumers have a lot of grievances, this particular sector, this particular issue is basically uh, is there, and if basically those cases also, if they require any policy intervention where we can intervene, so that basically the issue that is leading to a lot of grievances gets corrected, gets altered. And the benefit that we had of the e-Jagati was, if we see the disposal rate also basically in many states that had improved after this e-Jagati, and when we have the documents which are being uploaded. Similarly, we have the National Consumer Helpline, that is 1915, that is there available in 17 languages across the country. Now there also we get close to a lakh complaints per month, per month. And now these complaints come from across the country. Now you need to understand. Now there is one issue that you just get a complaint, forward it to the concerned company, get that issue resolved. That is one part of it. The other part of it is, which is really very, very important, is how do we really take those issues for class action. Now, one of the very, very important feature of the Consumer Protection Act of 2019 was setting up of a Central Consumer Protection Authority, the CCPA, which Saroja Madam also referred to in her welcome address while introducing me. So there basically this data on the National Consumer Helpline that helps us analyze the cases which are fit for a class action. I would perhaps give you a few examples. Say for a particular cab aggregator, you get a particular type of complaints, and those complaints are of a large number. So when you interact with those cab aggregators, that these are the complaints that we have been getting about regarding your cab services, and this is what had been impacting the consumer. So that also gives an input. Either the platform basically makes corrective actions or for a class action. So basically now many of these complaints that have formed of the class action by the CCPA, and we have used this artificial intelligence and all this to basically make an analysis of the complaints that we have been getting on the National Consumer Helpline. And in fact, some of the actions that the CCPA has taken on the dark patterns was there. Basically, there were a few platforms that were charging in the basket sneaking, like they were adding some charity funds for charity, they were adding some past membership. So all those issues basically on that notices have been issued by the CCPA, and broadly basically I would also take this opportunity, as we have various other VCOs and various other participants, to broadly cover what the department in all does. Now basically this Department of Consumer Affairs has basically 4 pillars. One pillar is consumer protection, where we have this Consumer Protection Act of 2019, where we have the National Consumer Helpline, where we have the CCPA, and we have a 3-tiered consumer grievance redressal system, that is of a district commission, state commission, and the national commission. That is one vertical. The other vertical is quality control. Now, quality is something basically that touches every consumer. When we buy something, we want to be assured that it is of a correct quality, whether it is electronic product, it is gold hallmarking, gold it is there, anything. So there we have 2 verticals. One is the Bureau of Indian Standards, the BIS, and the other is the National Test House, the NTS. So these are the 2 verticals that we have. BIS is basically the standard making body of the India, and they come out with the quality control orders. They prescribe standards. Some of these standards are voluntary, and some of them are compulsory. Now we all know the BIS, ISI mark. I think that we have been seeing on the electronic products. A gold hallmarking, basically, if you want to buy a gold, how do you ensure of the quality of the gold that you get gold hallmark? So BIS and Bureau of Indian Standards and the National Test House, they are the two quality certification bodies. Third is quantity, consumer protection, quality and quantity. Now when you buy something, anything in the market, now suppose you buy a packaged commodity of 5 kg, how do we really ensure that it is 5 kg only? We get milk in the morning, it says half liter. Now nobody actually checks it, it is half liter or it is 5 kg. The System of Legal Metrology Act, LM, Legal Metrology, that basically ensures, and that is a guarantee that the legal metrology gets, the quantity that is being delivered is correct. Now under this Legal Metrology Act, you have various rules and regulations. One is the packaged commodity rules. Now, in the packaged commodity rules, there are various declarations that are supposed to be given. Now, that's basically I would highlight over here. You know, these declarations like country of origin, MRP, net quantity, sale that you have to do. So, all those declare. So, basically, very important for all of us to be aware of these declarations. And when we buy any commodity, okay, and there is basically where the civil society group, the VCOs, they can play a very important role, and they can basically take this message forward. And so I think with these words, I think I would really again thank Saroja ji for giving this opportunity. I was going through the program. I think we have very distinguished list of speakers that we have, and we have a very important panel also. Basically discussing the future of AI and consumer protection. We have how AI influences consumer choice. So we have very distinguished speakers, Dr. Gitu Raju on this, then Dr. L. Jagannathan, understanding of AI. So I think they would be covering the entire gamut. And I have also request Saroja madam, once the deliberations are there, if there are any important points, maybe summary of the report, if that could be shared with the department, that would be very nice and would be thanked. So I thank both Citizen Consumer and Civic Action Group and VIT Chennai for really organizing this event. Thank you. Wish it all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for that insightful speech. I think you have set the tone for the seminar. You have highlighted both the advantages and the concerns, I would say. So you have mentioned about the e-Jagriti and the National Consumer Helpline, where the department is actually, where AI is proving to be advantageous, and the department is using it, and at the same time the concerns around dark patterns. You have highlighted so well. Thank you very much for joining us today and delivering the inaugural address, sir. So now we move on to the, can you take a couple of questions, sir? Are you?
Yes, madam. It will be pleasure, yeah.
Yeah, if you have, we can take a couple of questions. Like sir has said, he'll be available for another 5 more minutes. So if there are any specific questions, we can you can ask about the department. Sir highlighted about the various roles that the consumer affairs department plays: consumer protection, quality control, legal metrology, and all. Yes. Please introduce yourself and.
My name is Soumyanaran, Consumer Protection Force, Chennai.
Just for him to see. Okay. Terima.
My name is Soumyanaran, Consumer Protection Force, Chennai. So there is a legal metrology. This Victims Enforcement Act will be the 2011 is the latest act. But in the special act is a Packaging Commodity Act that state of 0.5 is a tolerance for that, and no stickers to be involved in this. But all the cooperative societies and things, still they are doing. The department is not taking any action at all. And packaging Committee Act clearly says 0.5% of the total quantity, including the grass weights. But that is the packaging Committee rules specifically tells maximum retail price and MRP, price per pack, non-standard pack. There are some type of packs here available. That is a price pack. Price packs inclusive of common value of the packaging. And quantity is a big, there is a kg
Sir, please
per
keep your
gram.
questions so short.
So the packaging units, they are not using the stickers. There should not be, this violation is found in so many things in the gas and other things also. The department is not taken the actions, even we are represented by DSO or Chengalpat. This is my question, sir.
Could you refer to this commodity you are referring to?
And there is one thing is a gas, and there is a consumer product that is society they are packing. Cooperative societies they are putting the sticking of labels, and they are not having that MRP and the date of manufacturing, date of expiry. That's also that is sent to that legal methodology, the Chengalpat department and DSO at Chengalpat and the collector office Chengalpat also.
So may I request you maybe after this, through this civic action, this group, if you could just send us those details of this complaint and the representation that you have, if you could just send it to us.
Yeah, yes, sir. Definitely, sir. There is already represented to the collector by the regular petition because I am a vigilance committee member. So that's why I represented every quarterly meeting. We are represented that's also in this district level.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank
As
you.
sir suggested. Yeah.
I'll be definitely brief. I'm CM Jayaraman, Citizens Voice Coimbatore. Our Government of India is doing extremely very well, and the disposal of cases is very good. I only wanted a small request from the Honorable Sir. In disposing the cases pertaining to artificial intelligence, and the consumer product services, let us bring a deadline under which the cases will be disposed. We have given disposal of cases for Consumer Protection Act and Consumer Commission. Similarly, for artificial intelligence, there are certain cases in many places where the deadline is being bypassed or deadline is not fixed. Let us go for a system where which the disposal is made quickly. Thank you.
Yes, I can really thank you for this question that you just asked. Under the Consumer Protection, in fact, the earlier gentleman was also referring to the vacancies in the Consumer Commissions when he was, I think, referring to that group that was released in Mumbai. So basically, let us really understand how it operates. Under the Consumer Protection Act, we have a time limit that we have prescribed. During this, basically, all cases should be disposed of within 3 months. If it requires some testing or other things, it should take up to 5 months. There is also the provision of a deemed admissibility within 21 days. If there is no response, it will be deemed to be have admitted. So all those provisions are there to basically ensure that the consumer gets a timely justice. But yes, it is a fact, and there are instances and the cases which have been pending for quite long time. And some of the cases have been pending for, say, as long as maybe 10 years, 15 years. That's also a fact. But besides this, there are also instances wherein cases really have been disposed of in a period of 5 months, 3 months. So what basically we have been doing this to basically nudge the state commissions for early and partial disposal. We have been regularly interacting with the commissions. Just last year, we had one workshop in Chennai. I think some of you would have participated also, where we called all the presidents of all the district commissions to Chennai and all the southern parts of India, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala. And we had a full day-long session only to basically understand these challenges and how do we really resolve it. Now, the issue is that giving manpower and resources to the state commissions and district commissions, that's the responsibility of the state government. Now, there are few states who have been really doing well, and they have been the role model. But yes, there are other states that have been facing some challenges, and there the disposal has not been that fast. And perhaps there the role comes of these VCOs and civil society groups who can really take this data, analyze it, and maybe also flag it to us. And maybe basically, if we work together, we can really take it forward. Thank you. Any other question?
No, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot again, and thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to interact and for this wonderful question answer session also. Thank you. So I have to now leave for another meeting, maybe around 11 o'clock. So if you permit us, I would log out.
Yeah, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for joining us today. Yeah. Namaste.